I'm starting to feel like Roger Goodell in the NFL hates Americans. It's weird. Weird.
What do you mean? They do the whole thing before the games, the huge flag, biggest flag on earth.
Well, I don't know, because it's almost like I'm a compulsive gambler, so that makes me an addict, right? And I own that, and it's a part of who I am, and I try to pay my story forward to help other people who have gambling problems, 24/7, 365, and I get great satisfaction out of helping other people. But I'm an addict, right? You didn't know, but you're an addict as well. As football fans, we're addicts.
Yes.
And the NFL treats us like addicts.
Oh yeah.
And what I mean by that is, you know what? You only want to watch games that are played on American soil? We'll show you. We'll play games in Ireland and London and Brazil and all these and Mexico and all these other countries, right?
None of us asked for it.
Because you guys are going to bitch and moan about it. But like the dude copping crack rock on the corner, you're not going to be able to help yourself, and you're going to go get the drug. The drug in this case is the NFL. We're NFL addicts, right?
You're absolutely
right. And then the NFL's like, oh, you only like NFL on network TV? We're going to put it on streaming services that you have to pay for. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to bitch and moan about it. And then what are you going to do after you bitch and moan? You're going to sign up for those services because you can't miss any NFL action. And then you know what we're going to do? We're going to create a channel that only shows you highlights of games in action. I'm going to give that to you commercial free, and you're going to love it. And once you get you hooked on that product, we're going to throw commercials into the mix, and you're going to bitch and moan about it. And then what are you going to do? You're going to buy the crack rock because you're an addict. We're NFL addicts, and the NFL treats us like addicts because they know what we are. We are the drug user who cannot say no, and the NFL treats us as such. And there was never more on display than yesterday's Fugazi announcement at halftime of the Packer-Cowboy game on NBC when they put out who the halftime show was going to be for this year's Super Bowl. Roger Goodell hates America. The NFL hates America. Maybe it's the White House. I don't know. Maybe they're just anti-Trump guys. But they announced yesterday that Bad Bunny, who's a Puerto Rican rapper / singer, who globally is one of the biggest, if not the biggest stars on the planet. So I'm not suggesting they're not bringing a guy in who's got a huge following. He does. All of his songs are Spanish language. So, again, I like a lot of that music. I can't understand a lot of it. But I got no issue with Spanish language anything, right? But you just agreed to put Bad Bunny on the largest stage any musician can ever possibly have, and that is, of course, NFL halftime Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
Were you aware, because I wasn't at the time, I've now read about it, that Bad Bunny refuses to play or to tour in the continental United States?
Yes.
Were you aware of that?
I mean, was he aware?
I don't think so. So you've now decided to bring on a performer for the Super Bowl halftime who has openly vowed to never perform for an American audience, or at least in the continental United States. He is a devout anti-Trumpist. He's welcome to be that. He's an anti-ICE guy. He's welcome to be that. But he refuses to perform on American soil. And the NFL thought of all the amazingly talented performers that are out there. We floated Adele's name last week. And Taylor Swift apparently might have been in the mix. And any of the great rappers that are out there. Or the great rock bands. Or how about we did a little country music thing. Tons of great country music artists. Zach Bryan just sold out Michigan Stadium. It's the largest ticketed concert in the history of our country. 120,000 people. So you know there's a huge audience for it.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And what's more American than country music or old school rock music, right?
Right.
But the NFL, and Jay-Z is part of it because Jay-Z's group and Rock Nation, they have the exclusive contract with the NFL to book the halftime show, which is why my dear friend, Lil Wayne, got screwed last year in New Orleans, and they went to Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
That was all Jay-Z's doing, and they screwed New Orleans' own Lil Wayne, who deserved to do that halftime show. But now you come back, and you decide to put a guy, again, huge star. Huge star. My kids love him. All right, I only know one or two of his songs, but I'm certainly aware of who he is. He was in Happy Gilmore too.
He was.
All right, he was the caddy.
Play the caddy.
Right.
Yeah, he's seems like a funny guy.
But he refuses to perform on American soil.
Yeah.
And that's what the NFL thought was the best artist to choose to be the halftime show,